Hello there, happy Monday. Well, I think it's Monday, but you don't know in this lockdown, do you? Or your days blur into one. Anyway, it's Jan, Urban Gypsy Crochet, one half of Lancashire Crafty Lasses, and here I am awake. I slept the whole of Sunday. I think I've got this sleeping sickness or whatever it's called. Whole of Sunday, gone, slept. Every time I sit in the chair, I just sort of a nod off, you'll know why. Anyway, I had hoped to finish the second of the campfire cardigans, but of course, I don't crochet when I'm sleeping, do I? So, it's getting there. That's all I can say. It's getting there, yeah. It's got the two sleeves done. I can hold it up and you can see. Got the two sleeves and the body done. I'm just doing the bottom, the extending bit for the bottom at the moment. And then I'm going to see if I do have enough yarn to do a hood or not. So it's a bit sort of touch and go at the moment whether I have enough to do a hood. If not, it will just be a campfire cardigan without a hood. That's the colour of it if you can see it. Very pretty colour. So we'll see how we go with that. As I say, lack of crochet, not done anything. I have done a bit more on this one. This is the one I've started doing in. No, that's the wrong way to put it together. I get confused. That's what I'm doing at the moment. It's in beiges, browns, creams. I don't know whether you can see it or not. My camera's a bit further away than what it normally is. Let's adjust. Let's adjust. Sorry if I make you feel sick, but there we go. That's this colour. It's beiges, browns, and what have you got. Again, it's from Lolly's little wool shack. It's called Nako or Nako, whatever you call it. I prefer to say Nako, it sounds nicer, doesn't it? There we go. So, apart from sleeping, I'm still dizzy. Every time I put my head down, it's like, whoa. I mean, luckily I was in the shower this morning because I had all the sides to hang on to. Otherwise I would have been a goner, you know. I get out of bed very, very slowly and the bedroom eventually stops whirling around. It's a pest, all this not being able to go to your GP and not being able to go to the walk-in centre. Because my leg's still sore, you know. It's healing a little bit with my ulcer, but it's still sore, So at the moment I've been, trying to persuade somebody to put me little dolly's house together. You know, I gave up with the little doll house because it was such tiny, tiny, tiny pieces. Well, I've got another doll's house, but of course, it came in bits again. Bits. Normally I would have a go at it, but my fingers are just numb at the moment on the ends. You know, I suffer with arthritis, but I also suffer with neuropathy because of my diabetes. And the screws are minute. And I just know that the minute I pick them up, they're going to go everywhere. So I'm having to wait and beg and see if anybody will put it together for me. Normally it wouldn't be a problem, but because of this lockdown business, you know, people like Tony and Kelly are not coming round, are they? And so I'm stuck. Yeah, I've even got my little people. They arrived this morning. My little people arrived. My bathroom arrived. It's a sweet little thing it is. Even got a toilet with a little lid that goes up and down. See, I'm in my second childhood. I probably explained before, but my dad made me the most gorgeous dolly's house when I was little. He even had lights that came on and off, you know, with a battery you could switch them on and off. My mum, however, decided at one stage in my life that I was too old for a doll's house. And I came home from school one day and the doll's house, all the furniture, the dolls and everything, gone. She wouldn't tell me where it had gone, and I cried buckets for days and days. I wanted the doll's house back. Could she not go and get it back from wherever she sent it to. No. My mother was like that. If she thought there was no longer a use for anything in the house, she got rid of my dolls' prams, my dolls, everything when I wasn't there. You know, she didn't say, is it okay if we give these, you know, dolls' prams away now? You're getting a bit of a big guilt. No. I'd just come home from school, gone. But the doll's house, I never forgave her for that doll's house. Never. So all my life I've always wanted a doll's house. And being on lockdown and everything, I thought, I am going to get myself a doll's house. So the first one that I ordered came in minute little pieces. It looked like a jigsaw. Absolutely no way. So I was discussing it with Kelly and she said, oh, I like doing things like that. So I said, well, if you can put it together, then you can give it to a little girl, but don't give it to anybody small, because it's so delicate they just smash it to pieces. It does say on the box 8 years and upwards, so, you know, it's not meant for anybody tiny to put the grabby hands on it and smash it in bits, yeah. But of course I'm not seeing Kelly, so she hasn't seen it, she hasn't got it. But she's looking after four boys at the moment, so I don't think she'd have the time to do it anyway. Plus it's Ramadan and she's fasting, so I just keep hoping that all of this will soon be over and then we can get back to a bit of normality. I mean, I begin to wonder whether we ever will, you know. Excuse me, I've got a dry mouth. Whether we ever will get back to normality as we knew it before. Maybe, you never know, one never knows, but I've got a feeling this is going to go on for such a long time. If I didn't have my niece, I don't know what I would do, because she's been such a godsend to me, you know, doing my shopping and stuff. I put an order in today for me frozen food again. I enjoyed it last time when it came. They were all meals that you just pop in the microwave or the oven. And they were nice. They weren't like the supermarket made meals. They were more like home cooked. So I know they cost me quite a bit, but I've put another order in, but it's not coming till Monday. So I can manage till then, because I've got another couple of meals on hand, yeah. So I'll be all right, you know, for this week. So that's my adventures really of this week. Sleeping, crocheting, a little bit of eating, but not a lot really. Stepping on the scales and discovering you've lost 2 pounds. Woohoo! That's probably because I'm sleeping all day, so I'm not eating. Anyway, today I was determined. I got up, and when the world stopped spinning, I went and had a shower. I thought, I'm going to get dressed and look human. And it has helped, actually. I've been out on the deck. It was gorgeously sunny. And when I decided I was going to make the video, the sun went in. So I've brought everything indoors, set it all up for in here. The sun's come out again. So once I finish this video, I'm going to go back out on the deck again. Yeah, that's what it's like. I mean, they did promise on the weather forecast that there would be no rain. But, you know, there is white clouds. They are white, they're not grey. White clouds, fluffy, fluffy clouds there are outside, yeah. So how are you all coping with this lockdown? Or shut in, or whatever you want to call it? My son's still on furlough from work, yeah. He's been getting quite a bit of jobs done at the house where he's, you know, jobs he's been putting off for a long time. Little bits and jobs and stuff. So he has been going through his to-do list. He's been very good that way. But of course he's not going out anywhere, so he hasn't been able to come down here and do any of my to-do list. Believe me, I've got quite a few to-do lists. And Tony's obviously staying at home, so he's my handyman when he does come down. He's promised to put together my bookcase when he arrives. So I don't think he'd want to do the Dolly's house, though. I don't think. Isn't it cute? It's even got little windows. Look, they're open. Yes. That's my phone. It tickles me, Garlic, because it goes, hello, Moto. Have I got a message? Oh, I have. Oh, it's from Instagram. It's not a message from my WhatsApp, which I was hoping. I did put a little message out to my friend saying, did she know anybody who would help me to put the doll's house together? Normally I would have a go, but the screws are minute. And my finger ends just don't grip anything little. You know, that's why I'm no good with fine yarn. And, you know, people say, why don't you do doilies or why don't you do tatting? But my fingers just don't work on the ends, you know. They work fine when I'm doing like a bigger, you know, bigger crochet like this. But anything tiny I've had to give up long ago. Because it's old age and diabetes, isn't it, really? That's one reason why my leg's not healing up. Oh my gosh, it sounds like a tale of woe, this, doesn't it? And I don't mean it to. It's just some things that you have to put up with, and it's no good a bothering about, is it, you know? I don't want to make a video that's like, oh, woe is me, woe is me. I don't want people to feel sorry for me, because I just get on with it like everybody else has to do. You have to make the best of what you get given in life, don't you? It's no good wishing for things you don't have, yeah. We'd all like to wish for things we don't have, wouldn't we? Yeah. I look at people's stash rooms and, oh, somebody running past doing the, what's it, allocated jog, yeah. I look at people's pictures of their stash rooms and they've all got these beautiful white cubicles, you know, with the yarning and that, and I'm thinking, oh, you know, it would be lovely, wouldn't it, to be able to reorganise my stash room and have all beautiful white cubicles and everything in its place, but it's not to be. I have to make do with what I've got and be grateful for it. Some people don't even have a stash room, do they? Some people just have things in paper bags and plastic bags and boxes. I'm fortunate enough in the fact that I do have a spare room. I can't put anybody up anymore because I don't have a bed in the spare room. So it's tough when Sue comes to see me. She has to sleep on the sofa. Although she insists my sofa is very comfortable. Yeah. I have heard from Sue. She's doing fine. One of her little doggies had developed an itchy. So it had to go to the vets. So she's got to change its food because they think it's allergic to what she was feeding her with. So when I spoke to her, she was in the car off to try and find this new food for the dog to see whether that would help with the itchy skin, yeah. I know what it's like because I had a dog that couldn't eat beef. He couldn't eat anything to do with beef, meat, anything like that. I used to have to scour all the labels of everything when I was in the shop to make sure there was no beef in it. You know, even the biscuits and that, no beef. Because he would develop colitis, which gave him unfortunate consequences where he couldn't make it to the garden in time. You know what I'm saying? Don't want to go in detail. It's not nice, is it? You could be eating your dinner. And he used to get terrible, terrible tummy ache because you could hear his tummy rolling and rolling, and he used to look so miserable. So I know what it's like to have a dog that's got dietary issues, yeah. And somebody just walked past again. They're very good. If I'm looking out the window, they do wave, yeah. I don't feel as though I'm in complete isolation in here. My neighbours down the street, they had a little house party, well, not a house party, a street party on Friday night, just for an hour. They all stayed in their own gardens. There weren't, you know, there was none of that, it was all social distancing because the gardens are, like, there's a road in between the gardens, if you know what I mean. So they were more than 6 foot apart. They were probably about, I don't know, 25 foot apart. But they were all having a drink together and having a little chit-chat across the road. It wasn't at my end of the street, sadly, otherwise I would have gone down and joined in for a little while. Maybe if they do it again on Friday, maybe I'll scoot down the road on my scooter and take my drink with me. At least I might be able to hear what's going on. Yeah. And the lad down the street, he decided to hire a big digger, and he's dug up the front of his garden I was joking saying, is he fixing to make a bar, you know, for next Friday? But actually I think what he's doing is, he's got 2 grown-up boys, and I think they've got more than 2 cars now, because him and his wife have got a car. And the elder, well, both of the boys are now old enough to drive, so maybe one of them's got a car now. So our street was never meant for cars at all. Where they live, they actually share a driveway with next door, which makes it very awkward, really. So, I mean, I got rid of, well, not me personally, with my ex-husband, got rid of our garden at the front, sadly, because we had 3 cars at one stage. My car, my ex-husband's and my son's. And this street is so narrow that you can't park on it, it's just impossible. And there's always the awful thought that, you know, an ambulance or a fire engine may need to go down. And, you know, they haven't got time, obviously, if it's an emergency, to ask people to move their cars. So I kept a tiny little bit of my front garden, just a tiny bit. If I get my photographs back from the lady across the street, who's taking photographs of us all in the street, I don't know quite when we're going to get them, because she's got a brand new baby. He's only 3 weeks old, so she's having to fit photos and, you know, crop in and whatever they do with photos, you know, in between baby feeds and things like that. So they'll arrive eventually. I'm hoping she'll let me put, you know, at least one on my Facebook page, so I might have a decent photograph taken of me by a, you know, professional photographer, instead of me looking like, you know, I usually do when I take my own photo. Why is it if you get too close you finish up with like a big nose, don't you? It's when you look in the back of a spoon, and when you were little you used to look at yourself in a spoon and used to move it, didn't you, so you had a big chin or a big nose. It's like those, we used to go to Blackpool when we was kids. It's like the nearest place to us that has a fun fair. And they used to have the Hall of Mirrors, and you could be like fat or thin, or you could elongate your face or make your arms go longer. I used to love going in there. I used to spend many giggles. I mean, it's all tame stuff now, isn't it, to these youngsters? Because they can all do it with these apps on their phones. They don't need to go to the Hall of Mirrors anymore, do they? I suppose that's all tame stuff to them. But I've never got into all this, you know, putting little noses and ears on myself, and never got into these apps, and certainly haven't got into this TikTok, whatever that is. It takes me all my time to make a video. You know, I can't even edit a video. I can't edit 2 bits together. You know, I keep telling what my aim in life is, to make a video where I'm doing like a catwalk, showing all my things off, because I've got boxes of the stuff now. And obviously I'd like to make catwalk so that people can see it. I mean, taking photographs is absolutely fine, but you can't exactly see, you know, the beauty of something with a flat photograph. You know, if you can see it being modelled, even if it's being modelled by me, you know, you can see all the detail, can't you, when you get closer to the camera, or you know, you can see the back view, the side view, how the arms fit, things like that, which you can't see on a still photo. So that's my aim. But to do that I would have to learn to edit, and, you know, clueless. I really wish I could edit. You know, if I bought some software, I probably couldn't work it out. People say to me, oh, of course you could do it, of course you can do it, it's dead easy. But I'm one of those kind of people who needs somebody sitting by the side of me, you know, helping me with it. I really admire people who have, you know, pictures that fade into each other. They can write things at the bottom of the screen. You know, for example, when I say eBay and I should have said Etsy, you know, you can put on oops, can't you? You know, things like that. But no, totally clueless. And I don't think they do any classes around here. computer classes, but I think it's just the basic things. I don't think they do, you know, photo editing and, you know, software like that. People have tried to teach me, you know, from a distance. I mean, Zoe 24 Carat Crochet, she's tried her best to teach me, but I'm afraid when she's at one end of England and I'm at the other end of England, it doesn't work, you know. I need somebody sitting by my side. And sadly, when I see Kelly, we never seem to have time to get into all these things, yeah. By the time we've had a bit of a chit-chat, had some lunch, it's time for her to go and get the boys from school. That's when they were at school. And it's time for me to go home. So we never actually get around to her teaching me how to edit. Yeah. I'm such a dumbo. Maybe I'll find somebody one day who's prepared to come to the house and give me lessons. You know, when all of this is over. Yeah. Going to do a lot, aren't I, when all this is over? I don't know whether you've got all your plans, you know, what you're going to do when everything's settled down again. Are you making plans? Because I know I am. I've got lots of things zoozing in my head. What I'm going to do with the shop, you know. Or what we're going to do with the shop, I should say. I'm not excluding Kelly. It's just sad at the moment that Kelly and I can't actually get together. We do have phone conversations, but it's not the same. Not the same. I'll be glad when I can actually get to the post office again, you know, without having to stand in the line and queue. I mean, somebody who went to my local post office said it was just ridiculous. They were just queued and queued right out the door and, oh. So I thought, no, I haven't got the patience to do that sort of thing. I can do things by courier, but that's only in the UK. So, you know, if anybody in the UK wants to buy anything I've been making lately, then please get in touch with me, because I can do courier. Because they would pick it up at the door and take it and deliver it, you know. It's just sad that anybody in the US wants anything. I'm stuck at the minute, yeah. Kelly can still get to her post office because it's at the back of a local shop. So it's not like mine's a main post office. And it's just like ridiculous at the minute. It's ridiculous anytime. You have to queue and queue and queue any time. But I will do it when it's not like lockdown, yeah. But, as I say, if anybody in the UK wants anything I've been making lately, please drop me a line. My email address will be down underneath, so if you drop me a line, we'll sort something out, yeah. Oh dear. Well, I think that's all I've got to say to you really today. I'm carrying on doing my crochet, although you can't actually see me. But I am crocheting, that's why you'll see my fingers moving occasionally. I'm going to go back outside again now because it is beautiful outside. I only came in because the sun went in. But still, I don't have to have my sun out, do I? I don't have to worry about the sun dazzling me when I'm indoors. And I don't have to worry about the wind drowning me out, do I? Not my wind, the wind. Yeah. So, I'm going to decide what I'm going to have for my lunch. Well, not my lunch because it's 4:45. I had a bacon butty. If you don't know what a butty is, it's a bacon sandwich. For my brunch, so I'm not really hungry. I won't be hungry now until it's dinner time tonight. So, I'm busy drinking my coffee and I'm going to go back outside and crochet in the sunlight. So I do hope you're all having a good day and you're crocheting away there and, you know, delving into your stash and shrinking it. I'm slowly shrinking mine, yeah, slowly shrinking my stash. Although I must admit I was naughty, wasn't I? And I ordered from Lolly. So I've still got some new stuff to crochet up as well as going into my stash upstairs, yeah. I think after I've finished these 3, well, I've nearly finished this one, I've got the hood to do. And I finished the grey and brown, and I'll go off making these. And I will go on to making some more summer tops, I think. And hope that the lockdown ends before the summer does, yeah? And then I can sell some of my little summer tops. I do have some very, very fine cottons, little fine, that I'm going to be able to make little bedspreads and things for my dolly's house once I get somebody to help me to put it together again. So that'll be something. I'll show you my doll's house when it's put together, but I don't think it'll be just this week because it won't be me, because I can't deal with them little screws. It's breaking my heart because my furniture's going to be arriving this week. Yeah. Anyway, on that thought, I'm going to go, so I shall speak to you very soon, if I stay awake long enough. And hopefully I'll have this jacket to show you, and a bit more on the other beigey one that I'm doing. So for now, it's by Jan, Urban Gypsy Crochet, Lancashire Crafty Lasses. Look behind. Behind? No, don't look behind. Look below for the links, and they're all in there. And thank you so much for the people who bought me a coffee. Very, very much appreciated. Thank you very much. Bye now.